I agree, but we should check on the shop first.
Oh, yes, of course. Inform them that we'll be taking a business trip.
A holiday.
A business trip, because we're not off the clock.
All right. So you guys head back into the bar.
Oh yeah.
We
Alright.
put on our we should probably put our disguises on first.
Nah, it's okay. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
All
Gonna
right.
unlock
You're
the
sure nobody
door.
outside is going to be looking for a loxodon, a skeleton, and a human?
Oh,
I'm not human.
Whoa,
he's an
what are you
Azamar.
again?
I'm an Azamar.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
Common misconception, Mars. Though looking human, his skin is very clearly that kind of ashy gray, and he has
One of my eyes has
Bastard.
lens flare.
yeah, his
Uh.
eye has a constant lens flare. Some call it cataracts. I call it special.
Like cable.
Sorry, I could
Cable.
have sworn. I could have sworn there was a human in our party.
No, I
No.
was human at one point.
You don't
I'm
count
checking.
though.
I do.
No, you're a skeleton. You're a skeleton, buddy.
Oh.
All right. So you guys exit the bar. You unlock the door and remove the broom. It's only been maybe 10, 15 minutes. You exit out, and the bartender kind of looks up, and at first he's a little confused as to why these three strangers are walking out of his bar.
As I'm walking out, I'm gonna be very evidently putting my mask over my skull face so that he knows. Yeah, just gonna be like, "Wow, that wine was amazing."
All right.
You
As-
can tell your boss, Arthur Sin, that we did a little bit of some light decorating.
All right. You can see he kind of, as you say that name, he kind of recoils. And the man he was having a conversation with kind of turns to look at you, and he's about to shout something before you can see the color drain from his face as you recognize Kern out of the hospital on crutches.
Oh,
Kurt.
hello, friend.
I'm gonna run up and sit next to him on the bar. Do you know who this guy is, bartender?
And I'm gonna put my arm over his shoulder.
Were you aware how rich this man is?
You can see Kern.
Do you know how much money this man possesses?
Mars, he's struggling under your grip, and the bartender's like, "Yeah, this is Kern. He's a regular."
Oh, Kern, my friend. Maybe you should
How
tell
are
the
the
bartender.
knees?
Yeah, how are your knees?
You can see he kind of looks down. His knees are wrapped in casts. He's like, "Please."
I
I'm...
noticed a
get
trend
here.
with Iron Solutions. A lot of people here have leg trouble.
He goes, "Please, I'm just here to collect some money, and then me and my family are leaving the city.
Oh, what money are you collecting?
Just from Iron Solutions in the back. It'll be
Oh,
quick."
there's nothing left in the back.
Oh, good luck with that.
Buddy.
You
Good
can
luck
see
with that, buddy.
his eyes kind of squint, and he's just like, "This isn't gonna end well, is it?"
I'm going to tell you two something that you're not going to want to forget or take lightly. From this day forward, Iron Solutions no longer exists. Any money, investments, time, and effort that you've put into this organization has been for naught. And I'm going to look at the bartender directly in his face. And I would rush home as quick as possible because, let's just say I have a man with a knife to your wife's throat. And at any moment, I'm going to twindle the speaking stone between my fingers. At any moment, I can give him the word to take her out.
You can see the color drain from his face, and he's like, I only let them use the back room as payment for their protection. I couldn't afford their insurance.
Oh.
I don't like them any more than you do. But please
Well,
don't hurt
let's
my
just
wife."
say they're going to be gone for now. And you never have to worry. But
Sorry
if I
about the
find
mess,
out-
by the way.
Yes, we do apologize for the mess. However, I'm standing on top of the bar at this point. If we are to find out that you do inform our little friend Arthur Sin about this entire endeavor, I will have that man hunt your wife down and kill her, and I will make sure that he watches, that you are subjected to it the entire time. Is that understood?
Make intimidation or deception check, your choice.
I will do intimidation. I'll do a deception because I'm lying.
Okay.
And you can't fail.
Yeah, 20.
He kind of nods his head slowly and says, Arthur will never hear a word about this.
Let's just... You don't know who Arthur is. Arthur doesn't exist anymore. If he were to appear, you have no idea who he is. He doesn't have a safe house in the back. No one does. It's just an old room with 2 dead bodies in it that the guards aren't supposed to know about, because if they find out that you have 2 dead men in the back of your establishment, they might shut it down. And we don't quite want that, now do we?
You hear Kern kind of mumble in his breath, dead bodies?
Yes, Kern. The 2 people, Iron Solutions. A rather
A rather stupid man and a very
Yeah.
vulgar woman.
yes.
Mars, make a strength check as Kern tries to break free of your grip.
Okay. What is my strength modifier? Okay, I don't have very good strength, but let's go. Does 18
Yes.
work?
So he squirms free for a second before you clasp your hand on his other shoulder and pull him in tight, as he just kind of makes this half-hearted squeak. As he just...
Kern. Gonna put my finger underneath his jaw or his chin and be like, let's not test out the strength of those new knees of yours. Now sit down. So, Mr. Bartender, Arthur Sin no longer exists. Iron Solutions, you've never heard of them. You will continue running your bar like nothing has changed. If anyone asks about Iron Solutions, you know nothing.
He just kind of nods his head.
Now, when you go home and you ask your wife about the man that I sent to threaten her life, she will know nothing of it, as the man has a particularly good way of keeping people from remembering him. But let's just say he never forgets himself. So, from this day forward, Iron Solutions is no more, for it couldn't pay for the iron in its weight in blood. And Kern, you're lucky that we're letting you live.
Actually, before we make that promise,
What, letting him live?
yes, would you happen to know where Arthur Sin may
Oh,
go?
yes! Do you know where he went? I'll pull
Or
out the
where he
paperwork.
could possibly have gone?
I'll pull out the paperwork from inside the desk and lay it down on the table. You couldn't by any chance be able to read this, can you?
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a pair of crushed spectacles. He kind of sighs and puts them on the table, and he kind of picks up the paper and holds it really close to his face. And he says, it's in a language I don't understand. Please don't hurt me.
That's fine. We understand. Not everyone can be as worldly as ourselves. But, alright. Well, Kern, how do you intend on leaving the city?
Well,
Airship?
no, we're gonna... When the city docks at not Iron, Blackcore.
I don't think you have a, I don't think that's going to be looking quite well in your,
Because I don't really have the money for an airship. I was hoping to get it from them.
How much is an airship? Oh,
Well, my family consists of 5 people. That's 1 gold per person, so 5 gold.
1 gold per person. That's not that bad at all. Alright, Kern. You need 5 gold.
He kind of shakes his head.
I will put the 5 gold pieces in front of him. Here you are, Kern.
You've still
Because
not
I-
really answered our question.
Yes, do you know where Arthur Sin went?
Make an intimidation
Or where
check.
he could possibly have gone.
Yes. Ooh, 17 intimidation.
He kind of, out of character, he kind of stiffens up. And he says, I don't know where he went.
You're lying to me,
Ooh.
Kern. You're lying to me.
How about this, little buddy? little friend of ours. I'll give you, on top of the 5 gold that Octavian is offering to get you your own airship ride out of the city, I'll give you 100 gold to tell us exactly where Arthur's sin would have gone, and also just a little down payment to let you know that we are very serious about finding this man.
Well, hold on one moment. I just realized something. Did Arthur put a spell on you to where you can't tell people of the location of where he went?
He kind of looks to you and kind of gives you a curious look and says, "Not that I'm aware of."
All right, then you can tell us.
You hear him kind of mumble under his breath, "Shit." But he goes, "If you're willing to pay, I need the money more than anything right now. I have no loyalties to this man."
The 5 isn't
right.
good enough.
He's probably headed to Osla.
Oslo?
Osla. O-S-L-A.
Oslo. Where's Oslo? Does that name ring any bells?
Make a history check.
12.
12. You've heard the name before. You can't place it in your mind on a map, but you know it exists.
Okay. Oslo.
What is that?
Ah.
City? Is that a city?
I believe it's a city, I believe, yes.
It is a city.
Oslo. Celebrated for its excellence.
Well, for being such a good friend,
Team player.
I'm gonna hand him 100 gold and 10 copper. The extra copper is buy some nice food or candy for your kids.
Yes. And I'm going to grab him by his cheeks and I'm going to press my face against his face. And I'm going to kind of let my... I'm going to use prestidigitation or minor illusion. Prestidigitation to make like 2 beating, like very intense little red balls of light.
Why don't you just let Gus poke his head out your eye socket?
Because it's not really an eye socket. It's like a slit for the optical cord to go in, but the mouse can't really fit his head through.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna press my face up against him and make 2 very like intense, beating, glowing balls of light, kind of in my face, almost like little fires. I'm gonna say, "Now your name's not Kern anymore, Kern. Remember that. I'm you. Your name from this point forward will be... Let's see here. You have any suggestion, boys? How about,
I'm trying to think of a vegetable pun, and all I can think is Kakarot.
Kakarot. Your name will be, Little Willie.
He kind of, you see him kind of slump as a defeated man. He just goes, "My new name is Little Willie."
Yes. Yes. Yes, Glenn, that is correct.
Not the name my mother gave me.
And your family are also the Willies. Your first name is Little, and your last name is Willie. Is that understood now? From this point forward, that will be your family's names.
I'm
Kern is
just wondering what this scene must look like. A priest, some sort of performer, and a guy with a robot on his back.
Yeah.
The bartender,
intimidating.
The bartender's just been taking a long drink from a glass.
Take care of your friend.
I don't get paid enough to deal with this gang shit.
Yeah. Take care of your family, Little Willie. They're going to be the only thing that you have from your previous life. Is that understood?
He just kind of nods and says,
"Think of it as a blessing.
I don't have
a way
much
to
of a
start
choice."
over."
He goes, "But I don't want to start over."
We
Because
could
I
end
built
it.
that business with my bare hands.
We could
No, you
end
didn't.
it. You did take it from Hugo.
Make
At
an
least
insight
the
check.
opportunity. Insight?
Yeah.
24.
24. He's lying.
Of course you
Oh, I
didn't
knew
build
that.
it with your bare hands.
You get the feeling he's trying to gain some sympathy from you.
Kern, you
Will
didn't
not
build
gain.
that business with your bare hands. I read all the documents in the back room. I know what you went through, and I know what you did, and Hugo here has told me everything you've done to get to where you are to this day, and look at where it's gotten you. It's all been taken from you by a group of lunatics. All because you decided to make some very bad decisions with very bad people. And you are lucky that we don't take your life like we did the two others in the back.